In this tutorial, we'll cover the process of adding and editing arcs within a schematic. You'll learn to create arcs by using the mouse and keyboard within the viewport for visual placement. We'll also go through the steps for modifying lines by employing either direct manipulation with the mouse or precise numerical input for accurate adjustments. Lastly, I'll guide you through the diverse options available in the arc's property panel, allowing you to tweak various aspects of an arc's properties to your specific needs. This video tutorial will guide you through the process of inserting an arc into a schematic design. We begin with a blank schematic and proceed to incorporate an arc. An arc is characterized by 4 key parameters: its center point, its radius, its starting angle, and its concluding angle. Let's jump in. Initially, ensure that the Add Ribbon tab is active. Once it is, you'll want to click on the Add Arc icon to initiate the arc insertion. Position the cursor within the viewport over the location you want the arc's center to be. Click the left mouse button to mark this spot. With the center point set, moving the mouse now displays a circle which represents the potential radius of the arc. Next, establish the arc's beginning by clicking at the point where you wish the arc to start. As you drag the mouse from this point, the arc begins to materialize. To set the end of the arc, simply click once more where you want the arc to terminate. And there you have it, an arc drawn precisely to your specifications, with the chosen center, radius, start angle, and end angle solidified. I'm now going to guide you through the process of adding an arc to a schematic using a blend of numerical inputs and mouse controls. Firstly, let's start with our blank schematic. Ensure the Add Ribbon tab is selected to access our drawing tools. After selecting the Add Arc tool from the ribbon, we'll begin by determining the center point of the arc. As you move the mouse, you will notice the cursor's X and Y coordinates displayed on the top status bar and simultaneously in the input boxes right below the cursor. For exact precision, I'll type the X value for the center using the numeric keypad and hit Enter, then do the same for the Y value. Here, I will enter 4 for the X coordinate and 3 for the Y coordinate of the arc's center. With the center of the arc now pinpointed, moving the mouse will show a dynamic circle representing the arc's potential radius. The radius and initial angle for the arc start point are indicated in the status bar. To define where the arc begins, I have 2 options. I can click with the mouse or enter the coordinates numerically for exactness. This time, I'll enter 6 and then press Enter for the X coordinate and 3 followed by Enter for the Y coordinate to set the start position. As we continue, I have the same choice to precisely dictate the arc's end position. Typing in the coordinates using the numeric keypad and pressing Enter establishes this final point accurately. For the end point of the arc, I'll conclude with a simple click of the mouse to set the position visually, thereby completing the arc's creation. This demonstration shows how seamlessly one can create arcs by integrating the intuitive nature of mouse movements with the precision of numerical keyboard entry. Editing your arc after creation can be done in 2 primary ways: visually using the mouse within the viewport, or numerically through the Properties panel. To begin with the visual method, click on the arc with the left mouse button to select it while hovering over it in the viewport. Once selected, 2 manipulation points will be visible, one at the start and one at the end of the arc. Click and hold the left mouse button on either of these points to drag and adjust the start or end point of the arc respectively. To move the entire arc while maintaining its angles, click and drag the arc itself, then release the mouse button. The arc can also be repositioned without prior selection by clicking, dragging, and releasing the mouse button over the arc. For numerical adjustments, use the Properties panel. Select the arc with a left click. Ensure the Properties panel is open. If it's not, Open it via the Properties panel button on the top access bar. Within the panel, you'll see editable properties for the selected arc. Here you can modify the arc's center coordinates, horizontal and vertical radius, and start and end angles by inputting new values into their respective fields. As an example, change the center X coordinate to 6. Swap the start and end angles using the designated button if needed. The Do Not Block Wiring option is for schematic-specific behavior, allowing wire routing through or around the arc. The arc can be locked to prevent unintended edits. You can adjust the line style of the arc to dashed, continuous, or other styles. You can set the width and the cap style for both the start and end points of the arc. Use the color controls to alter the arc's color and its transparency. With these tools, you can precisely tailor the arc to meet the requirements of your schematic design. This wraps up our tutorial on arc editing.
Thank you.